I don't know what to start with. This stream for version 2.3 was by far one of our biggest streams possible, with so much different modes coming into the game, the characters as they are, and not only that, we're getting in a crazy assortment of new content, a crap ton of drip marketed characters that have it at the end of the stream, and we're just going to talk about all of it. I'm going to try to condense it in the smallest way possible so that we are able to look through the stream and see exactly what happened, how everything is, and holy crap, the amount of things that they're adding into the game, it could basically be like a whole half version of Star Rail put into itself, I guess you could say. There's just so much that they added into this game this patch, and we're just gonna go ahead and start talking about a lot of it. We're gonna skim through a lot of the stuff that is very easy to explain, and then other than that, we're gonna be looking at all the other things that are really exciting when it comes to the 2.3 live stream, or the 2.3 version, which, first of all, we're getting a brand new location, so that's really freaking cool when it comes to us being able to get a better expansion or a higher expansion of the map. And this is still going to be in Penacony, which I think we are in our last patch of staying in Penacony. And well, in a quick second, I will be talking about where we're going to be heading to next, which I'm just excited. This is super exciting for the Star Rail, I guess you could say, continuation, or everything in regards to Star Rail and its longevity. They are breathing new life into the game 1000%, but we're going to be getting that new location. We're of course going to be getting story with the new patch, and then going on to that, we are going to be seeing Miss Firefly, my favorite, getting put into the game as our first banner. And oh my god, does her animations look good? She's my character right there. I'm so excited. Now, Firefly is oriented around break effect and super break, so that is something very exciting for us to look at, and something very exciting for us to see. And it's been what they've been trying to push for a very long time, whether that's having Shui Yi, whether that's having Ruan Mei, with us having Boo Hill. There's been so many different things that we have to look at when it comes to all the things they've been building up towards having Firefly and Boo Hill be break effect. Now, Firefly is going to be fire, and she is going to work very well with, of course, another character, which is Harmony Trailblazer, that we did end up getting. So this is overall really good. And if I look to the side, it's because I have a crap ton of notes when it comes to all the things that we got, because holy crap, there was just so much. But in Firefly's kit, we do know that she's going to have multiple ways to implant their weakness, which is very valuable for a break effect type character. Not only that, she gives increased break efficiency, so she's able to get that meter done quickly. And not only that, she has it to where the less HP she has, the less damage she takes, and also the more HP she gets back when she's in her ultimate, allowing her to regen herself. So a good way to sustain herself, although she does take damage when she uses her skill without her ultimate. And her ultimate is going to be used similarly to someone like Robin, where they have a turn counter on the side that shows how much time you have left while Firefly is still taking turns. There's just so much right now that's happening from, I guess you say, version 2.3, that this is just a crazy update. By far, possibly even a perfect update with all that they're adding. And that's not even to finish all that we're going to be talking about. So the next thing is that they are going to be giving us some Eidolons for free through an event with Harmony Trailblazer. And I think it said if you don't have Harmony Trailblazer unlocked after you get the preservation path in Bellabog, you might be able to unlock it. I didn't get to hear that portion out very good, but for the most part, we are getting Eidolons through Harmony Trailblazer, and he's just gonna be such an amazing unit, or she, whichever character you have. And Super Break's just gonna be crazy. Definitely a character you want to build out for sure for a lot of the characters in the game, especially looking at someone like Boo Hill and looking at someone like Firefly, who are both oriented around break effect. And then into the next character that a lot of people might be excited for, and also personally one of my favorites too, is going to be Jade, because she is going to be a buffer slash a follow-up attack type character with a lot of unique traits. Her basic attack does splash damage, or AoE damage, or when I say AoE, I mean adjacent damage. So she's going to be the first character to have a different type of basic attack that isn't a regular one. So she will be hitting 3 targets at the same time with her basic attack, which is actually really cool. When it comes to her other points of her kit, when she uses her skill, she's going to be buffing everyone, and that's not everyone, my bad. She's going to be buffing one person, giving them a multiple of other buffs plus a speed buff, which is going to help them act more faster. And also, when they attack, they do a little bit more damage and they lose HP. Who loves losing HP? My boy Blade. So yes, we finally got our Blade support that we've been wanting for a long time, and they're both doing follow-up attacks, so we're going to be getting a lot of off-turn damage. really freaking exciting, and we can probably see even more crazier things as time goes by, but we'll have to wait and see for when we get to showcase her. The next thing to look at is that her ultimate is also going to allow her to do damage to all enemies on the field. And then you will also be able to enhance your follow-up attack. And the way you get your follow-up attack is whenever Jade acts, or whenever the character has been buffed by Jade's skill, they end up getting stacks for Jade, as you see the 8 at the bottom left. And that allows her to do the follow-up attack and hit everyone on the field. Wow, these characters look so cool. These characters look really nice. They're bringing new life to different metas when it comes to either break effect, which is getting newly developed, and then finally getting their full sets of DPSs, supports, and all the different type of stuff. And Jade out here helping Blade out, and also setting apart, or I should say keeping the trend of being able to do follow-up attacks as the Erudition character. Overall, really freaking cool stuff from this version of patches of characters, I guess you could say. So I'm very excited to see what else they do in the future, and to talk about the next few things, which are the banners. If I'm not wrong, free-to-play players, we are in some trouble, because if you don't know what the rerun banners are, as you see, yes, it is Firefly and Ruan Mei on the first half, with Gallagher, Misha, and Shui Yi. I think these are a fantastic 4 stars. Misha, a little bit, she's a good unit, but not really that much of use, to be honest. But Gallagher and Shui Yi with Ruan Mei and Firefly, overall a break effect style banner, which is absolutely beautiful in my opinion. But Firefly, I'm gonna go ahead and summon on her. And Ruan Mei, which we're gonna be having a separate video for every single one of these 5-star characters. So if you aren't already subbed, make sure to leave a sub, like, comment, all that different type of stuff. But yes, Ruan Mei is a character that is going to be rerun, and this is honestly very important. I think at this point, Ruan Mei has solidified herself to be one of the must pull characters to have in the game, just because, especially with how she works with older units, or units that were general DPSs, with the breakness efficiency, with the delay, with the penetration, with the damage boost. Ruan Mei has solidified herself to be one of the best supports in the game, period. And especially with break effect becoming a meta, with her all-inclusive kits, Firefly, Boo Hill, and whoever else comes with break effect as in the meta, that's going to be a very pivotal portion of that. So if you're going to be looking forward to any of these newer characters that are incentivized towards break effect, or overall a general support, Ruan Mei is definitely going to be that character. And then the next thing to talk about is definitely going to be the next set of reruns, which are going to be Jade and Argenti. Now, this isn't as enticing as the first banner, but Jade, overall, a really nice unit from what we see. The 4 stars aren't that crazy. Serval, Natasha, Asta, not the craziest in the moment when it comes to what's in the other banner. And then Argenti's coming for the rerun, so we can assume that very, very soon we're going to be seeing that both HOHO and also Dr. Ratio might get a rerun very soon. I don't know how they're going to do Dr. Ratio, because he isn't free anymore. Now he is going to be an actual premium banner unit, and I don't know how that's going to work. So I don't know if they're going to push his rerun further back because he was a free unit, because if so, that means Black Swan and Sparkle are coming up very soon. So we have to talk about that later on in another video, so I'll talk about that when it comes to that. Rerun banners aside, which are very exciting, we are going to be getting a 4-star Erudition Light Cone. Really nice for any of the characters that you're probably going to be using that are Erudition. So maybe something like Herta for Pure Fiction. And now into the multiple new endgame modes that we're getting. And I was jaw dropped when they were talking about all of these things. And I don't think anyone could have not been excited after seeing all that we're getting. But first of all, we're getting a new update to Sim Universe. It's going to be a brand new mode, and this brand new mode brings not only a fat ton of different changes to the Sim universe, but this allows you to not only get with different events coming in, so you know the little portals that you go through picking which side you want to go through to see what you want to do. They got some of that. They got new curios, got new blessings, and also they have different ways to mix and match blessings, like with Hunt with Nihility, Erudition with, I don't know, Preservation. They're doing a fat ton of mixing and matching when it comes to the blessings. This is overall super freaking exciting to see coming into the game and see what we're going to be getting. And one of the cool things for sure that they ended up hinting at us or showing us is that no matter what you do, any character that you choose to put on your team will be automatically leveled to the max that it possibly can be for your equilibrium level, minus the traces and the light cones. They're going to be giving you those as well. A fully traced out character, fully light coned out character, of course not the best of the best, but a substitution for what you would have had or something that you could put on them so that you could try out the character. So if you have a level 1 character with no traces, no light cone, they're going to boost them up to 80, give them some traces, and then give them a light cone. What? This lets you try out new characters and play with them if you haven't already built them to see if you like them. But I overall just think that's a beautiful option to give, especially letting people try out stuff, especially if they don't have the resources fully. So that's overall a really cool thing. They do show this later on, but yes, we do get new relics and new planar ornaments. So now there's another domain to spend all of our stamina in. And then not only that, after talking about all the extra things that we're getting with Sim Universe, they're also going to be adding new, I guess you could say, modes where we can actually grind out planar ornaments super quickly. Now, the way that works is that they're going to save one of the runs that you did. You're going to keep all your blessings and you're going to go straight to that boss. So whenever you want to grind a planar ornament, you don't have to do the full sim uni the whole way. Now you just have to go fight the boss, do the domain, or do that boss with the blessings you previously got, and boom, you're done. Now you can keep on grinding planar ornaments way faster than having to do the full sim uni, which was honestly a disaster, especially looking at what it was before Acheron. So they're just pumping out an enormous amount of cool things for us to do, especially with the Sim Uni update and the planar ornament optimization. And of course, like I said before, we're getting brand new planar ornaments from Star Rail, one being follow-up attack centric and one being a super break or break centric planar ornament. So overall, super exciting. And not only that, we also are getting an Erudition light cone. So for all you Himiko, Argenti, Herta fans, or any of them, if y'all don't have a 5-star light cone, well, y'all are going to be getting one soon. So hopefully you've been saving those data bonds, which that is going to be really cool that we finally have the thing to spend it on. I'm so glad I didn't waste it on passes or the little standard pulls, because I would have been messed up when it came to getting this Erudition light cone and S5ing it. But going on to the next few things, not only are we getting a Sim Universe update, we are also getting Apocalyptic Shadow as an endgame event, and this is going to be a boss killing mode with 2 different bosses every single stage. And not only that, we also are getting different difficulties depending on the ones that we're fighting. So 1 through 4, and you have to keep fighting these bosses and they get more cracked out as you go through difficulties. Wow. Yeah, they're pumping out every single thing known to man. And with this mode, you are going to be getting a free Shui. So with, you know, Harmony MC possibly having room on May, now you have a DPS or a character you can play around with in the break effect meta that's going to be super cool. She's by far one of my favorite units to play with. Sadly, she only really feels good when she's C6. I'm not going to lie, or E6. So that is going to be a little bit of a pain. But if you already have Shui and these are the last few copies you need to E6 her, then boom, now you have an E6 Shui. Going into the next few things, we are going to be seeing the schedule of the Apocalyptic Shadow, Pure Fiction, and Memory of Chaos. They're going to rotate out, if I'm not wrong, every 2 weeks. We will get a new endgame mode, so that's even more content that's going to be, I guess you say, cycling in and out, which is going to prove for some really, really fun and I guess you could say more showcase videos, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And then lastly, one big change that they did add to these endgame modes is that, well, guess what? Every endgame mode now gives more rewards or more stellar jades, giving us 80 more per mode, and they're all going to total up to, not all of them are total, but all of them are now going to give 800 each, giving us 2,400 jades every single patch. I did not expect them to come out with 2.3 with the ball running or the ball getting thrown out the sky. I don't know how to even say it. This has been an absolutely jaw-dropping patch from what they're showing us. Not only that we're getting all these endgame modes, we are getting a Candy Crush event with the origami birds, and this looks like a little fun event to have on the side. But one of the cooler things that they did add, which I was not expecting, is that they are adding PvP. They're adding the option to play with your friends on this Candy Crush mode. So if you want to have for some reason to be able to play it with them, well, guess what? You're going to be able to do so. So this is actually really exciting for sure. We're going to be getting another combat event, so even more Jade. So this is very exciting. And then lastly, of course, as always, we're getting our 10 pull for the sign-in bonus. We're getting 2 times planar ornaments and 2 times relics. So you don't worry about grinding for these newer characters, because we will end up getting these events to help you out. And then lastly, to show it off, or this is right here, the relics and the planet ornaments, break oriented and super break oriented, follow-up attack, and ultimate DPS characters. And they actually show off the kits of these, or the actual wording of these relics over here really quickly. Increases break effect and all this extra stuff. We'll be talking about this in another video. And then also an attack boost and crit rate when you do a follow-up attack. Ooh, I cannot wait to talk about all this. This is gonna be so fun. But the last thing that they did on the stream, they actually drip marketed, similar to what they did before Penacony came out, all the Shinzo characters that are going to be coming out. They're doing it again. They showed us a fat ton of drip marketed characters, and I got so excited as soon as I started seeing all of these. We're getting so many different factions of the Shinzo. We are heading to the Shinzo after Penacony, if I'm not wrong. So this is super, super exciting. And not only that, they wanted to keep a certain character unknown and anonymous from us knowing who they are. All we know is that they're a legendary swordsman. Now, the fact that they don't want to tell us the name and they're a female from the silhouette alone. Not this one, not this one. It's after this. It's like they literally put it last second, and it literally says anonymous legendary new swordsmaster, and they're a female from the silhouette, how it looks. This has me hyped for no reason because I'm waiting for a Lofu character to come out, and the fact that they don't want to say the name has me really suspicious. But other than that, that's going to be it for when it comes to live stream. This is so freaking exciting, and I cannot wait to make more videos, especially talking about all these characters specifically and more in depth. And not only that, talking about all the new things we're getting, how to prepare for them, all that different types of stuff. So you're excited for version 2.3, for Firefly, for Jade, for any of that. Make sure you leave a like, comment, sub, all the different types of stuff. See y'all guys in the next video, and peace.